Well, Nathan, you said it felt like a win at Blackburn. It probably feels like a defeat today.
Absolutely, and that's the way it is. It's the way the Championship is. We're absolutely cruising 3-0. Elijah should have made it 4. Ari should have made it 4, and we didn't. And then that allowed them, but we couldn't fathom the ending of the game. And they were gambling, they were pushing, and we couldn't get a grip on the game. We changed, put some fresh legs on, tried to get to the midfielders, but didn't. And then they scored 3 from outside the box, and it's disappointing, because at 3-0 up, you should win the game.
Let's talk about the first half, because that first 25 minutes, you were all over them. They play out, you put them under pressure, and you forced the opening.
Yeah, and we just couldn't maintain that because, as I said, 3rd game in a week, we weren't be able to freshen anything up. Same players had to go through the same things all over again. We've got so many injuries. Players are playing. Cal Naismith playing with injury. We played Gabby Osher's first game ever at left side. So they're doing wonderful things, but I just can't fathom what's going on at the minute in terms of our injuries, and that's curtailed us today because we looked dead on our feet late on, and from 3-0 up and cruising, should have been 4. We could have actually lost it at the end, which would have been a disaster.
Might you have made substitutions earlier, or were they sitting too deep, or it's just a combination of factors and the fact that they're shattered?
But the substitution we could have, but I think I made my first one just after we have our 4th chance to go 4-0 up, so we freshen stuff up when we see people tiring. But we had no issue, we had no real issue, is the thing. And if we do our job and we don't ask them to drop in and deep and stuff, we'd send midfield players on to go press to get to their midfield players. But the way the game was going, it's sometimes a safety net, a comfort zone to drop off, and we work on that. That it's not, because we got done here by Kieran Dowell with Norwich, and we say the further you drop, it's not, because sides will shoot from the outside the box and score. We did a thing on the video about these. They score most of the shots from outside the box, and that's.
And in fairness to Sluga, there were a couple of deflections probably along.
All three were deflected. The final one we'll have a look at, but the other 2 were vicious deflections, really. And he thought he made a really good save for that, but look, we can't fathom for that, and we should have been better, really, seeing the game out, but we weren't. And maybe that's an energy thing, maybe it's a tactical thing. I'll have a look at it, and if it's me to blame, but I don't want them to drop in and soak up pressure. We want to keep getting pressure on the ball. We're the best pressing team in the league, but we're exhausted. It's the 3rd game in a week. We've had 2 away journeys. You can't keep doing that. So that's what it's been.
And you lost another one, Danny Hilton, in the warm-up as well.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, literally unbelievable. We didn't do anything in training yesterday. We walked them through stuff. We didn't do anything because we just feared losing more. And at the minute, we were right on the borderline of what we can do. People like Amari Bell played the other day. Apparently, pulled his stomach in the warm-up and played with a pulled stomach muscle. Cal Naismith, I can't play him in a certain position because it upsets his groins because he's got an issue. So people are we're playing through unbelievable stuff, and I'm trying. There's no excuses. There's things we should have saw the game out today, or should have actually scored more, but we didn't, and we've only got a point from what should have been 3.